Hello everybody and welcome to the Derek Ruby Show. I am your host, the previously mentioned Mr. Ruby, and he's the king of your nightmares.
This is it, Jennifer. Your big break in TV. Fuck the prime time, bitch.
And he's the crazy killer toy that you wouldn't want at your house.
You stupid bitch, you filthy slut! Did you fuck with me?
So let's talk about Freddy vs. Chucky. So recently in the news, the creator of Child's Play, Don Mancini, has said that he would like to do a Chucky vs. Freddy movie. He's pitched the idea of an ultimate crossover where Chucky would end up on Elm Street at somebody's house. Freddy and Chucky meet, they admire each other's work, but there can only be one killer on Elm Street. So the likelihood of this movie happening is very, very low. But I thought we would take a few minutes to talk about what would be the good and what would be the bad if this did happen. After all, Freddy vs. Jason made $114 million at the box office, so this would probably make a lot of money as well. So first, let's talk about the good. Freddy and Chucky are very similar. You could almost make this a horror comedy buddy movie in the beginning, because they both have a certain way of doing things.
I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
As you can see, they complement each other greatly. But all that aside, as long as they stuck to the roots of the franchises, where they were a little bit dark and scary, and just used little elements of some of the other movies to add a slight blend of comedy, this could work very well. My idea for a plot would be they get along at first, they go on a killing spree, then Chucky backstabs Freddy and tries to steal his body. Maybe for a time in the movie he could be successful, and then we could see what Chucky's warped mind can come up with inside people's dreams, and that would be interesting. When you look at Freddy vs. Jason, a lot of people like that movie, but most people will admit it was pretty skewed toward Freddy's direction as far as the content, and some sacrifices had to be made. But since the creator of Child's Play is a big Freddy fan, he would probably do Freddy justice, and as long as they try to satisfy both elements of the fans, it would probably be a good film. It would also have Jennifer Tilly. I love Jennifer Tilly. She could also be used as a plot device. Freddy could go in her dreams, maybe even Chucky could go in her dreams. So the potential is there for a good movie. First, if Warner Brothers and Universal even agree to do this movie, there could be a lot of studio involvement, which could really fuck up the whole thing.
Time to pull the fucking plug.
And like I said earlier, if the movies were to stay to their darker roots and just use a little bit of comedy, it could blend really well. But if they were to go the opposite direction and go for a lot of comedy, this could really suck. Especially if the movies were more like Seed Chucky.
Konnichiwa, Oka-san, Oto-san.
What? No, we didn't.
Oh, sweet face, come to mommy.
Or Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare.
Be like me, be like me, be like me, be like me, be like me.
What do you know? I beat my high score.
That could definitely make this movie go down in flames before it even begins. We definitely have to address the elephant in the room. Robert Englund is probably not going to play Freddy Krueger again. Now you never know, maybe they'll back a truckload of money into his backyard and maybe he'll sign on for it. But it is very unlikely to happen. And we've already had one Nightmare on Elm Street remake. Freddy, played by Jackie Earle Haley, did a decent enough job.
Did you know that after the heart stops beating, the brain keeps functioning for well over 7 minutes? Huh? We got 6 more minutes to play.
But that movie wasn't met with the best fan reception. So in order for this to work, if Robert Englund wasn't going to be involved, you're going to have to establish a new Nightmare on Elm Street. Now, Kevin Bacon said he was interested in playing Freddy Krueger a few years ago, and I never judge an actor before I see a final product. And while Robert Englund is irreplaceable, the fact is they would have to make a Nightmare on Elm Street that's at least passable to the fans that people would accept. They couldn't just start from scratch with a brand new Freddy and throw him in the Chucky movie. It just wouldn't work. And then there's the other issue of a battle between Freddy and Chucky. Now, while Chucky is very crafty and smart, he would definitely have to trick Freddy into being able to get any kind of upper hand on him. Because the reality is, Chucky hasn't had a lot of luck transferring his soul into other bodies in the first place. They would definitely have to augment his powers, maybe display some of the stuff like you see in some of the comic books he's been in, to even remotely have a chance in this battle. But at the end of the day, Freddy Krueger can pretty much do just about anything that he wants to do. And Chucky, well, he likes to stab the shit out of people. But by and large, if the studio would greenlight this thing and you could get Robert Englund, you could have potentially a hell of a movie. People love versus movies. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about a Freddy vs. Chucky movie. Would you even want to watch it if Robert Englund wasn't in it? Who do you think would win? Or do you think this is just a bad idea? But I guess only time will tell if we'll see Freddy vs. Chucky in a movie theater near you. So thank you guys for listening to The Derek Ruby Show. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram. And as always, have a good one, and I'll see you guys next time.
Time to pull the fucking plug.
Bitch!